Aline Wilson, back in Gallery 22 to show you some more magic of glass. Today I'm going to talk to you about my stained glass class. What I do in that is about a 12-hour class. We start with a couple of sun catchers of increasing difficulty. And with these two projects, they learn sanding, foiling, soldering, and cutting. Also, how to finish it off with a patina. Now, this is purely basic techniques. Next and finally is the big project, an original stained glass piece by the student. This is an effort to increase their interest, but also to make a statement about stained glass and other art forms of glass being just that, an art form as well as an artisan craft. So I will show you the stages that we go through to get this original piece. This is the very rough idea that came from another rough idea. And it evolved into a pattern that is this. And we call it the cartoon. Each piece represents color blue, piece number 9. 1, 2, 3. And the idea, since this is the first one, is to keep pieces of glass to a minimum. And here are the choices of glass. And we'll see as she goes along how all this information works. Okay, here we are with Greer, and she's the one that created the image that I showed you. And here's what it looks like now. The glass is placed on the cartoon. We use the copy of the cartoon to cut the glass. Now, does this make sense to you, Greer?
Yes. After we sat down and got my rough drawing, and then we took it onto our pattern, and then we carbon copied it to make the cartoon. We did a rough drawing, and then we were able to make sure that they were in good enough pieces so that I would be able to cut my glass, and so that the pattern will match my cartoon. And that cartoon becomes very important because I realize how much I did not cut my glass like I was supposed to sometimes. But the pieces, as you can see, they finally go together. And then with Aline's help, I'm going to make sure that it all flows.
Now, take the pattern off.
Okay.
And do you remember why we let the green tree cut into both the sky and the water?
For support. Because you can't have a straight line for the landscaping. You needed something for support to connect these three together.
Right. And remember what we call, if we had a straight line here? It was called the hinge.
Yes. I remember we couldn't do straight lines.
So now you've got 3 more pieces
to finish foiling.
To foil, and you can solder. Very good. Now the piece is laid out on the board, and the corner's tacked. So she's ready to finish the fluxing and the soldering on one side. Go for it.
Okay. I'm just going to drag that one.
Doesn't matter which is first. Now, you might ought to come back before you do all that and get this positioned exactly the way you want
Okay.
it and tack them on the inside.
They're pretty much about right there.
Yeah,
Okay.
here's what it is.
Exactly.
You missed one down at the bottom.
Right here.
Yeah.
But I didn't flux that one. We're just tacking.
It won't tack unless it's fluxed. You can do that when you come back. See, while you're there, you can just go ahead and brush.
I'm just
Yeah. Now, there's a gap there that we're going to have to deal with.
But
We will.
we will.
Now, what you want to do now is just do your normal soldering, and we'll come back and fix the gaps.
Okay.
Okay, now you're ready to go.
Now, keep going down.
Yeah, do just like you did on the small ones. Now, you sure it's straight? Good.
Yeah, I just gotta get rid of that little knot. But
That's right. It's always better to move the board than it is to move the glass.
no kidding.
Now you can go ahead and try filling those up with solder.
I can fill those in.
Yeah. Notice try.
Just try.
Open up your solder some more. Yeah. Don't burn yourself.
I would do it just like I did.
Now, you may wonder why I let the pieces go without recutting them to tighten them up. And the reason is this. You've got to learn to be very frugal with your glass. This is the first piece you've done. It's still going to look good. But if you were doing it for someone else in your own studio, you'd recut the pieces. Now, fill this and
Gonna be
take a break.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Ooh, I know it's a lot of mistakes.
Okay, we're on the back side now. Now, you can take a look at these spots. We may be able to fill them with solder, which would be really good luck. So, flux them and let's go.
Okay.
Now, come back to this joint
Okay.
right here. Put your iron flatter. No, like this. Flatter. And smooth it quickly. See, you may let it dip. You don't want it to dip. You want to pull it across that gap. You see it dipped again. Now just put it down flat and pick it up. That's good.
Pick it up.
Yeah, we're just trying to get rid of that gap. When you feel it dipping, if it's able to dip, that means you've got a wide space to fill. So you got to use a light touch because you don't want to undo.
Yeah.
Don't overwork it.
But I didn't know if that needed that copper right there.
Final step is applying the patina. And notice how the colors come out with the black stripe. Next, she'll rub it with a soft cloth. Now, Greer's going to show you something about the magic of glass.
My name is Greer Shrewsbury, and I have literally never touched stained glass before in my life. But this is my husband. It's our 20th anniversary this year, and we love the beach. We love going places like that. We went to Bimini last year, and so I wanted to do something special for our anniversary, so I showed Aileen some pictures that I had, and she was like, sure, we can do it. So this is the sunset, the beach we were, this the water, the sky, this little tree, and it looks almost exactly like a picture that I had of us at Bimini. So this was very special for me. It's not perfect, but I didn't really want it to be, and Aileen said it didn't have to be, and she helped me every step of the way, and I am totally excited about my finished product, and we'll be able to hang it in our home and remember how I did it and why I did it.
Thanks, Greer. Thanks for watching and seeing another episode of The Magic of Glass.